Hello, Potato. It's time to get our Lego on and sprinkle it with a little bit of Disney magic, because we're doing a kit that's at least a version of something that's long overdue, and that is kit 40720, the mini Disney Sleeping Beauty Castle. Now, we've had multiple versions of Cinderella Castle. We've had two large ones, including the original one from I think 2017, 2018, and then the one that came out a couple years ago for the 100th anniversary. We've even had a miniature version similar to this for the Disney World 65th. But what we haven't had, to my knowledge, is a Sleeping Beauty Castle. You know, the original, the one at Disneyland, the real, original, proper, one that Walt built castle. Hasn't gotten the Lego treatment until now. This came out earlier this year, 2024. It's 528 pieces for ages 12 and up. And best of all, it comes with a minifigure style Aurora, not a mini doll version, because they released like one of these for the Little Mermaid, and it came with a mini doll Ariel instead of minifigure Ariel, which was a huge disappointment, and frankly the reason I didn't buy that set. I mean, I didn't want that set all that much to begin with, but the fact it didn't come with a minifigure was the clincher for me. So here we do see the back of it. It's going to be about 1.5 feet tall, a little over 1 foot wide. So I reckon very similar in size to the Disney World Castle. Actually, let me see if I can grab that. Here we go. Here is our mini Cinderella Castle from the Disney World 65th anniversary, 50th anniversary. I'm mixing up the old Disneyland 65th with the Disney World 50th, aren't I? 71 to 21, yeah, that would have been 50 years. So yeah, this is from the Disney World 50th anniversary release. Might be a little dusty. It's been on display since put together, so it might have a spot of dust here and there. But yeah, should be, I'm assuming, kind of very similar to this. I mean, obviously the design is different. The castles are actually drastically different, because I remember when we got those Funko Pop versions of the Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella Castle, and they were just like the Cinderella one was just a stretched out version of the Sleeping Beauty one, which was kind of disappointing. But there are some similarities, like the central spire and stuff, somewhat similar. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're going to put together this. Presumably it will end up displayed probably somewhere near that, although that is displayed by the big anniversary castle. But let's crack it open and see what there is inside. Hopefully no decals. Now, one cool thing about this one, if you go back to the video on it, I think I did a video on it, there was the glass slippers are hidden inside there, and you can only see them when you put it together. I'm wondering if we'll get any little Easter eggs like that in this set. Well, I see we have a wadded up instruction manual. I always love that. If we have some decals and string, then I'll really be happy. All right, but looks like we don't. So yeah, I do always love when they seem to put the instructions in the book as an or the box rather, as an afterthought. I see that we have no QR code on the front here, so you can't really register it in the app. That's always weird. Also, it's just going to be fun to try to leave sitting open. I guess that's why they want you to use the app, though, isn't it? How many steps are we looking at here? 111 steps to build our own little Sleeping Beauty Castle, including somewhere in here is Sleeping Beauty herself. Bag 5. There's bag 1. Looks like that's mostly going to be our base. 4, 3, 2. We have all of our bags. So I get this book to flatten out a bit. And the answer is no. No, I cannot. It does that. But yeah, there's our Aurora in there. That's nice. So obviously this is not a play with kit. This is going to be a display kit, much like the Cinderella counterpart there with Mickey, because of course it was an anniversary release. It wasn't really meant to be released as Cinderella Castle so much as it was the Disney World Icon Castle. But yeah, let's knowing this is not for children to play with, I expect it to be a little bit more difficult than some of the stuff I've been doing recently. All the stuff for the carnival and such. But I think I can handle it. Although that said, that Ninjago one did throw me for a few loops. But yeah, there's nothing else to say about it. This book is going to be hard to work with. It is almost tempting just to go grab my tablet and bring up the app and do it that way, but I am going to be old school still. I'm not going to give in to the app just yet. But what I am going to do is get us into the fast forward. There we go, Lego Kit 40720, the mini Disney Sleeping Beauty Castle, all put together. I have a lot of leftover little bits. Now mostly they're one by ones, but I feel like I missed some stuff here. Like I should have used more of these. But I'm not seeing anywhere, like looking at the completed version and the picture, I'm not seeing anywhere where I obviously missed anything, so maybe not. But it does feel like there's a lot of left. Plus, I have a... You don't usually get a piece as big as this left over in a kit, but I don't see anywhere it's meant to have gone. So I guess it must be correct. I did thought it was weird that the black border didn't go all the way around like it did on the Cinderella one, but then I realized that hole must be, even though they don't show it on the box. I don't think they show it on the box. Yeah, oh no, they do. Okay, they do. Right there. Okay, that must be where Aurora is meant to stand, because Mickey fits, you know, just in there in the back, on the inside the border. Aurora, being having a dress piece, does not. But here is our finished castle. It is a little bit shorter than Cinderella Castle, but that's to be expected. And I did not notice any Easter eggs inside. There were no like equivalent of slippers. It wasn't like a piece with a spinning wheel on it or anything. But still ultimately very cute. No decals, which is always nice. You can see there's where you can walk through in the actual ride. And I believe that is where you... is that where you come out from going through the walkthrough? Or is that actually the doorway to that viewing room for people who can't do the walkthrough, so they can, you know, watch the video version of the walkthrough and see that really cool little display of stuff in the glass case? I don't remember which door that is. But still, it's very nice. I mean, it's fairly simplistic. It is just a mini, like, almost like one of the architecture builds, which I'm not normally a big fan of. We do see some of the same building techniques in here. This little, like, skeleton arm holding these angled pieces in. We have those same sort of mechanics over there on that one, only on to bigger pieces. We do see like Technic gears here being used for the parapets instead of being done they were on here with the binoculars. We do have unicorn horns instead of wands as the top things. And overall like a thicker center castle than we had on Cinderella. But it's nice, it's well built. It does, you know, those times when I can't make it Disneyland, which is most of the time, at least I can look upon this and imagine I'm there with a giant, menacing, terrifying Sleeping Beauty. But reasonably fun build. Only tricky bits that I found in there were the little arms holding on these pieces, just getting them in place. And that's more because it was kind of tight in there. I feel like this is not there. That's not quite the right angle. There, I think it's better. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like the angle's off on that one. But yeah, other than that, just, you know, with the giant rock biter hands getting in some of the smaller spaces, it was a fairly easy build. And I think it does look nice next to the Cinderella Castle. They are both done in the same style. It does just now kind of seem a shame that this didn't come with Cinderella. Although who knows, down the road, once they've forgotten, or they've assumed people have forgotten, they made this one for the anniversary, maybe we'll see this released again, but in a different color scheme to more look like Cinderella and less like Mickey. But there's not really a lot to say about this at all. I mean, it's well designed. It's, I think, pretty accurate, at least to memory, to the one in the park. You do get a nice little Aurora figure who does come with a second face. You have her sleeping face as well as her smiling face. And honestly, I like the hairpiece. I mean, I don't think it's a unique hairpiece, but it looks good on her. It very much looks like an Aurora hairpiece. That's a nice build. I believe this kit, as of this posting, is still available at your local Lego store, possibly Target and stuff as well. I think maybe it's Shop Disney or Disneystore.com. So if you want to have your own little Sleeping Beauty castle, you now can do that. It'd be nice if we got a big one. Not that I think we have any room for another massive minifigure scale castle, but it would be nice to get a minifigure scale version of Sleeping Beauty Castle to go with Cinderella Castle. And with that, I guess we will wrap this video up. There's really nothing else to say about it. They look nice together. They'll have to be moved around a bit. If my wife wants to put these next to each other, she will have to move where this was because there's not room for anything next to it. But I'm sure she'll sort that out in good time. Overall, I think I I like the color scheme on this, but that's mostly just because, you know, traditional male color tastes. This is in their 50th anniversary colors, not in the traditional, like, Cinderella colors. I think if we did see a Cinderella one, it would probably be a little more blue, I think. It'd be like a more pale blue than pink. I think people associate blue with Cinderella a little bit more than pink, because this is probably the set with the most pink bricks I've ever put together. But what do you think? Which one do you think is better? I'm pretty sure this one's retired because it's from I think 3 or 4 years ago now. So I'm pretty sure it's retired, but you probably find it like on Amazon or something for an obnoxious markup. But which one do you think is better? I do kind of like this one better, but that's really just because of the color scheme. I am glad to finally have a Sleeping Beauty Castle though, because it's a thing that was missing from our collection and now no longer is. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.